Actually, for me personally, it's not the best of. I think the more correct term would be the most essential ones. I actually listened through all of our albums, starting from Angels Fall First, doing some notes which songs should be included. And then I made my choices, sent the list to the other band members, I think the management as well, and everybody agreed immediately, like, yeah, perfect, let's go with these ones, which was kind of a surprising thing. But I wanted to include the most quintessential Nightwish songs. The Greatest Show on Earth had to be there to open up the compilation. Songs like Ghost Love Score, Dead Boy's Poem had to be there, of course. But then a bit more like obscure ones like My Walden, I really wanted it to be there. End of All Hope, stuff like this, just to make a perfectly balanced track list. If a person who had never heard of Nightwish before, would like to get a glimpse of what this band is about and has been about for the past 20 years, he would get the perfect picture. That was like my philosophy in gathering those tracks. It's really hard to say which ones are the favorites, because they are all, it's such a worn out cliche, but it's also true that they are all your kids and you love them all. But I've said this a million times, the song The Greatest Show on Earth, I think it's the pinnacle of this band's career. I think it's the pinnacle of my songwriting, at least so far, so it needed to be there. And there are certain songs that put a big smile into my face, like Elven Path, for example. Like listening to that song, I remember that kid who composed that song, I remember the band who played that song, and you get this rush of nostalgia, and you are not ashamed of it at all, but it does make you laugh, because you realize that something's happened during the past 20 years and you would never write such lyrics again, or even such songs. The Carpenter, another example. I recognize myself, but a lot has changed. The thing that has not changed is why Nightwish exists and why we do music, why we write and perform music. But the songwriting skills and us as human beings, they have evolved a lot, which is a natural and a very welcome thing. It was obvious from the very beginning that the first song was going to be The Greatest Show on Earth and the last song was going to be Nightwish, which is the first song of the first demo we ever did. Also the one that gave the band its name. And it just needed to be in chronological order, the whole thing. So if you listen to the two CDs from the top, you go back in time, like in a time machine. And the last thing you hear is the very first demo that was recorded in December 1996.